اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وبعد. I'd like to welcome you to the Medina Arabic course, and in this video inshallah I would like to tell you a little bit about the course so you can decide if you want to go further and look at the rest of the videos. So the Medina Arabic course is a set of videos that will help you to understand, speak, write the Arabic language. And when I say the Arabic language, meaning Fusha Arabic or classical Arabic. It is not slang. It is not just for you to understand how to conversate, but it is more towards understanding the Quran and the Hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. So it has a religious goal, inshallah ta'ala. So the Medina Arabic course is a set of videos where I'm going to explain a book, a very famous book. This book is Durus al-Arabiah, Durus al-Lughat al-Arabiah, lessons in Arabic language, right, for the English-speaking students. This book was actually devised. This book was put together by Dr. Rahim, from the Islamic University of Madinah in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and it was put together for students from all different parts of the world to learn Arabic language in order to go into the faculty, the different faculties of Islamic studies to understand Islam. So the course is not really for English-speaking students only, it's for anyone. However, this book that we're using, it is for English-speaking students because it has English in the back. And this is what we'll be using. Obviously, the language that we're going to use is English to explain Arabic, and slowly as we transition into different books, the second book and the third book, we will speak more Arabic and less English, inshallah ta'ala. There are 3 books. This is just book 1, and in book 1 there are 23 lessons. Inshallah, if we finish book 1, we would like to do book 2 and also book 3. About the book itself, this book and other 3 books, these are the exact same books that I used at the Islamic University of Madinah to teach the students that do not speak Arabic the Arabic language so that they can move into the faculties, different faculties. This book right here is taught in al-Mustawa al-Awwal, the first level of the Arabic program. There are 4 levels or 4 mustawayat in the Arabic program. This book is used in the first level. Now there are other books that are used along with it, but this is the main one. This is the main one. There's a second one in the second level, a third one in the third level, and a fourth one in the fourth level. So there are 4. However, when you see these books that are available for sale, you will see that they are available in 3 books, 1, 2, and 3. That is because book 3 is a combination of the level 3 and level 4. So it's like 2 levels put together. You'll find it's a bit thicker. So this book was very well put together. The technique that the author used was that he introduced a little bit of material at a time, and later on he would build upon it. You will also find that the vocabulary and everything in this book revolves around understanding Quranic Arabic and Arabic that will help you to understand Islam. When compared to other books, some other Arabic books, more towards just speaking and understanding, but this is more towards understanding, speaking as well. Speaking is like a secondary benefit, but more or less understanding the Quranic Arabic. A little bit about myself. So I'm also a past student of the Islamic University of Madinah. I did the 2-year program, Arabic program, and then I did the faculty of Dawah and Usuluddin, that is Dawah and Theology. And I studied there from the year 2003 to the year 2005, 2 years in the Arabic program, and then from 2005 to 2009 in the faculty of Dawah and Usuluddin. I have experience teaching this course. I've taught it already. I've taught this book several times, but I've taught all three books, and I almost completed the third book. I had a few lessons left to complete the third book, and this was with a live class with about 8 to 10 students. So I can tell you from experience that the course is very effective. These books are very effective, and what is important is that you have a teacher that guides you and shows you how to benefit from it. He explains the concepts, picks you up kind of like a coach or a mentor that's going to motivate you and test you and make sure that you're doing the work as you should, so that you benefit from these books. Now you'll find that the videos have been arranged in 4 parts, and some of them you'll see 5, a 5th part, but most of the times they are 4 parts. Part 1 is where we explain the concepts that are being explained in each lesson, the grammatical concepts. Part 2 is where we go through the vocabulary of the lesson. Part 3 is where we do the reading exercises, we read it. Part 4 is where we do the written exercises, written, verbal, whatever exercises have been put there, which is other than reading. So sometimes they ask you to fill in the blanks and so on. So again, part 1, concepts, 2, vocabulary, 3, the reading of the lesson, and 4 is the exercises. And part 5 is where I would give extra benefits, like an example of a Quranic verse and a hadith, where you see the concept being applied. So part 1, the concepts. You need to have a daftar, you need to have a notebook where you take notes of all of the concepts that are being explained. You need to have that organized in a notebook. Because sometimes you're studying something and it will be hard to go and find a video to look and find the concept being explained again. You need to have it in a notebook where it's easily accessible. And have it organized, use color markers and so on if you need to do it, to make it nice and neat. That's only going to be for notes. Then you need to have part 2, which is the vocabulary. You need to approach it with the use of index cards. So every vocabulary word, you must write it on the index card. And I suggest you take the index card, the 3x5 index cards, you write the word in Arabic, no English, Arabic, and then you put a picture of that word. And you don't have to be an artist. If you see the word big, you want to write the word big, you combine it with the other word small. So kabir and saghir. And you draw a little stick figure, something big, something small. A big circle, a small circle. Big and small. So the less of the English language you use to understand the vocabulary and memorize vocabulary, it's better and it's more effective. And you need to use these index cards on a regular basis. You also need a set of index cards, or you can put a section in a notebook for notes, grammar notes, where you write down the grammatical vocabulary itself. The mubtada, which is the subject, the khabar, which is the predicate. These words need to be separate, and you need to go through them on a regular basis, because they'll be used in the explanations. Part 3, the reading, all you need to do is follow in your book, along with the video, listen to it the first time being read to you, the second time try to read along with me, and the third time pause the video and try to read it before I read it, and see if your reading is correct. But you need to make that effort. Part 4, the exercises, you need to do all the exercises that are in the book, every exercise, and you need to make sure you understand it well. Even though I will do it for you, if I'm going to start the exercise, let's say exercise 1, fill in the blanks. Okay? I may explain what you will need. I will explain the instructions, which is in Arabic. I'll explain it to you in English. If you understand it from there, you could go and proceed and do all of the questions. If not, you can wait for me to do number 1, which will be an example. Pause the video, you do number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to the end. Then you repause the video, play it, and then see if it was correct or not. But you need to do the exercises. And part 5, extra examples of Quranic verses and ayat. You need to have it documented in a separate book and try to memorize them or familiarize yourself with these ayat. My personal advice is that you should master each lesson before you move on to the next lesson. Master it. Make sure you know it very well. You'll find that learning Arabic is very mathematical in a sense that if you don't understand lesson 1, you will not understand lesson 2. If you don't understand lesson 2, you will not understand lesson 3. So you need to master one lesson and then go on to the next. Other tip or advice is that whenever you get the opportunity to use the Arabic language, you meet someone that is Arab or speaks Arabic, speak to them in the language or use whatever you know just to practice what you're learning, or write it in a letter or send a text message with it to someone that you know, but use it. And lastly, whenever you recite the Quran or you read a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ in Arabic, ponder and contemplate upon the meaning of the text. What is the text? What is it trying to say? What is the construction? Is that a mubtada, a khabar? Is there a subject, a predicate, an adjective? Try to understand it so you can be more comfortable with the language and apply what you've learned. Inshallah. Hopefully, we pray and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us and whoever wants to benefit from this course to do so. Indeed, He is as-Sami'ul Alim. He hears our dua and He can answer it. Jazakallahu khairan.